Finally, to the Star Road we travel, and you'll notice I've ditched Yoshi from yesterday's leaving off point. There's a very good reason for that, because we're going to run into more than our usual Yoshi on the Star Road. We're going to run into some very unique Yoshi, starting with this first level. We're going to go ahead and do the normal exits first, just to show you that secret exit finding is a very important skill to have in this game. We're going to go over here. You want to be careful when you're spin jumping through these turn blocks, because you can actually kill yourself by holding down the button and traveling too quickly through them. Let's go ahead and get a spare feather though anyway. You just want to go straight down, because if you go through them, you can kind of end up getting crushed inside them, and that's not something we want to happen. So I'm going to hold the Y button, but I'm not going to go in any special directions or anything. Ah, 1-up, okay. Yeah, see, you can already kind of see how I'm going through these in a weird way. Ah, yes, Starman. You can get a lot of 1-ups in this level, but I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to feed my need for 1-ups. Because I don't want the color Yoshi that you find in this level. I just want, here we go, bop, bop, and there's more Yoshis below me, or more Koopa Troopas below me even. So I'm going to go ahead and get the second star they provide for me, let it fall through the cracks. I am coming up on the enemy segment, right? Yeah, see, I kind of just tore through those really hard, through those bricks, and you want to be careful not to do that. Now I'm going to be doing a bunch of spin jumping. Ah ha ha! Barely picked up that third star in time. But you see, here's a baby Yoshi, and he's red. Colored Yoshis have special properties. Not that green isn't a color, but yeah, we are just racking up the 1-ups here. Wow, I don't even know how many we've gotten. I would hesitate to count even. But he's somewhere up there. Colored Yoshis have the properties of whatever shell normally gives a Yoshi a certain ability. Like a red Yoshi, we have a baby red Yoshi here. You either have to feed a baby Yoshi you have to feed him 5 enemies or a power-up. Like that star down there. We could have fed him the star, but if you feed a Yoshi 5 enemies or 1 power-up, he'll grow into an adult Yoshi. And the Star Road is the only place where you can get colored Yoshis, and a red shell allows Yoshi to breathe fire. So, of course, that means if you have a red Yoshi, he's going to blow nothing but fire. But we're going to send him through the exit and probably get something awesome like a 1-up out of him. Yeah. Sorry to kill you in such brutal fashion, baby Yoshi. But, I didn't, that's kind of sad and depressing when you think about it. But you need to be able to find secret exits really well at this point. Because you see, we just took the normal exit, and it just sent us right on back to the Star Road thing that took us here. But it's important to get both exits, because usually when people are missing just a few exits in the game, that's usually somewhere along the Star Road that they're missing their exit. So I wrote an FAQ for this for this game back in the day for GameFAQs, and one of the questions I got most often in email was, I only have 94 exits, or I only have 95, where am I missing one? And invariably I would tell them, check the Star Road, because have you done both exits on every level in the Star Road? That's usually where people get tripped up on exit finding. So we're going to go ahead and find the secret exit now in Star Road 1, and it's really easy to find. All we got to do is let's just go over here to the far right and spin crunch through a bunch of blocks. It's right here at the beginning. It literally only takes a few seconds. To find it, and that's it. And it allows us to move on to Star World 2, which is generally the place where people like to go the most, because Star World 2 is the place where you get the blue Yoshi. If you really want to cheat your way through some levels, there we go. He eats his 1 power-up and he's already big. We could definitely feed fish to him, and there's plenty of fish for him to grow up that way, but I generally usually let him eat the star, although you can get a few 1-ups just by swimming in this one. And there's another, in fact, there's a coin block up here. If you make it to this point with the star, this will also be a star, but as it is, it's just a coin, because we're not invincible. So yeah, there are star chains in this game, like there were in Super Mario Bros. 3, but they're not as prominent a part of the game as they were in that one. Like, in Mario 3, you even had one level that relied on the star chain, because you had to run across a bed of munchers in order to get to the exit. And that was a fun level. It was a tough level. Not too tough, though. It was just the right mix of tough and fun. It was very exhilarating. I like to eat these Brit Van fish as I go along, just cuz. Here's our regular exit right here. You can see a path leading under that pipe, and that's where the secret exit's going to be. So it's very Valley of Bowser-like that way. We're basically just going to play through the whole length of it twice just to get to the secret exit. I don't like levels like that, but Blue Yoshi, come on. And like I say here, instead of going through the pipe, we just go underneath. No enemies to deal with, just this giant, nothing between us and the secret exit, but a giant neon, greenish, yellow, ugly cliff face. There we go. And that's going to make us make our way to Star Road 3, which is literally the easiest level in the game. In fact, I'm going to do the normal exit right now. Boom. Skip all this crap. Boom. Pow. It's like 2 screens wide. You would have to be utterly incompetent to fail at that level. It is just, it's ridiculous. I don't even have to do like an edit cut right here to show off the secret exit. But let's see. I have a feather. So normally what you would do, let's go ahead and let's hit the P switch. Normally what you would have to do is you would have to go ahead and kill Lakitu. Oh, hey, where do you think you're going, Blue Yoshi? Normally you would have to kill Lakitu with like a fire flower or something and get his cloud and fly it up to here. But with a Yoshi and a feather, you can just do it getting a good running start, provided Lakitu is out of the picture. So, boom! That was probably like 2 really easy exits to the same level in under a minute. That was a simple one. That is the simplest level in the game by far. So short that I'll be surprised if they even get a screen cap of it, but you never know with YouTube. So let's move on to Star World 4. 4 is a fairly complicated one, but where do you think you're going, 1-up? And yeah, you can get a red Yoshi there too. The Yoshi we saw in 3 was a yellow, which every shell he eats will allow him to stomp dust. But the blue Yoshi is obviously the most desirable because I don't remember what color shell. Okay, good. I could have like just floated to land there or something, but the blue Yoshi is clearly the most desirable because every shell he eats, he can fly. He doesn't even have to eat a blue shell. You're given a blue shell here, and that's really nice of them to do that. You're given ample blue shells, as a matter of fact, but see, we eat a red shell, and boom, we can still fly anyway because Blue Yoshi, he's awesome like that. Pop, 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 pop. No reason I did that, really. Although I could probably get a 1-up chain going if I just stayed in the air like this. Let's see. Yeah, I could. How about that? That was awesome. Oh, wow. So, yeah, I guess this would be a weird place to come to if you wanted 1-ups, but to each his own, I guess. Personally, I would recommend Forest of Illusion 1, and some people have pointed out that Vanilla Secret 2 had some pretty good ones, but it had a pretty good chance at 1-ups, that is. But, I guess you could do it here if you wanted. Back for the secret exit in a second. I didn't even realize I had a bonus game coming to me, otherwise I wouldn't have cut it, but I effed it up bad anyway. I didn't even get any extra lives out of it, so you didn't miss anything. What you're not missing here, or what you're missing here by not watching this segment, is me getting the secret exit. You just come down here, you either need a Yoshi who can fly, or you need these green and red switches activated, at which point you just... And you should probably also have a feather. Or a non-red shell if you're riding your Yoshi, because you can just spit the shell out and bump the block with it. You need to have something that can get you out of there, though. You need to have something that can get you that key from the question block that's just resting stationary on the ground. Now we move to the toughest level in the whole Star World segment. It's mostly sky-based, so it's a bit of a toughie. We can probably bounce along some Koopa shells here to mostly avoid these falling platforms. We'll try to avoid these if at all possible. Here's the tough part right here, but we already did something like this in the Valley of Bowser Ghost House. We're going to do another P-switch coin chain, and it's going to take us, we're going to go about right now. We're going to send it off to the right. And we're going to get a running start, and we're going to fly. And that's going to take us up here. Oh, wait, I'm doing the secret exit, aren't I? Well, it's still nice. It's still a pretty good idea to fly from this point anyway. But I'm going to go ahead, yeah, there's the key up there, but I'm just going to go ahead and float down here and to the right. And that's going to take us to safe land anyway. Why don't you get on out of here? But yeah, that's pretty much the easiest way to do that. I highly recommend having a feather for this level because it allows you an easy way out of it no matter whether you're doing the secret exit or the normal exit. 27 stars. We'll be right back in a second. We'll fly up again from that P-block coin chain thing we created and we'll get the key. Alright, let's do it up again. No, you need to go over that way. And you need to go long enough so that I can get a running start off you and avoid the turtle. Ha ha ha. Turtle thought he was going to get me today. Well, he was incorrect. And this is really the useful place to have all the switches done up. You're going to need it for the special world. It would be handy to have it done here, but this is really the handy place to have all of the switches activated. I recommend having at least all the switches done before you come here. So really the earliest I recommend doing this is the Forest of Illusion. Having beaten that, then you can come to the Star Road and do all your stuff because all those blocks will be in place and it'll just make your life way easier. But having done that, revealing the exit to Star Road 5, once you do the normal exit, you get a path back to Star Road 1. It's the only Star World level whose normal exit reveals a path of some sort, which of course is star-shaped. I mean, that's what we've got going on here with this whole Star Road motif. But once you get the secret exit to 5, that reveals the pathway up here to the special world. The final 8 levels in the game from our purview, not counting Bowser's Castle as a level because it doesn't have any exits. The final 8 exits in the game, then, is what we're going to be doing. And we're going to move on, and you are going to get your fill of 90s slang by the time we're done here, because we are going to start off tomorrow with Gnarly, and it's only going to get lamer from there, because, what can you say? It was 1991. Not exactly a prime year for slang, I don't think. But, yay, special world! These are among my favorite levels in the game, so we are definitely going to have a blast with them, but not until tomorrow.